Pamela Ann with Easy Messages. Messages that can help you to be able to command your world with such precision you can put a date on it. Okay, well now it's beginning. I've promised that I would put together a lot of videos for the help and support and uplift of you. And every time I've had so many people say, if I could just hear your voice, if I could just hear your voice. Well, really, it's not me that's doing all of this. It's actually the divine that is speaking through my body and to reach out to you to uplift and assure you that you are so loved and known by them, and they are just flooded with affection for you and with the delight that you are in this world and with them. And they love that you are allowing yourself to start to get more and more and more of that in your life every day in every way. And so I had made that commitment even as a tiny little child that I would do this, but I also knew that it was important for me to do my due diligence as far as testing things out, trying things out, growing stronger every day with the absolute assurance that I would be able to prepare my vessel so that they could be able to work through me. So I'm not the one doing that uplift and encouragement for you. It is those divine loving beings who created worlds without end. And I'm being as uplifted at the same time as anybody else is. So I'm casting off any concerns about what anybody's going to think or say about any of this. I don't even care if you give any comments at all, yay or nay. It doesn't really matter. What matters is I'm doing what my life mission is, and that I'm sharing this information from the divine directly for you to be able to be nourished with. Some of these videos are going to be videos that are going to be uplifting as far as like your emotions, your connectivity to command what you'd like with precision. And others will be about your vessel, your body, to help it to be strengthened and to know that you can cast off all things and draw into you which you prefer instead, so that you can live the most wonderful, vigorous life possible. So I'm starting to turn them loose tomorrow. And I have been, meanwhile, making lots and lots and lots and lots of videos, because I don't know about you, but I know some of my clients, and I've even gone through this myself. I'm very forthcoming, very honest about these things. I've gone through, as well as my other clients, this kind of like monkey chatter in the brain that can be a complete distraction from your joy and happiness. And so if you start thinking about done you wrong stuff and, I wished this, or why didn't I do that, or you're kind of kicking yourself here and there, not in your best interest, because the divine will never judge you like that. They never feel that way about you. They know that you're here to learn, to grow, to expand, to have this amazing, juicy experience here on this earth. And that's what you're doing. You're here to gain experience. You're here to learn and gain experience and learn how to be able to harmonize your life with everything and everyone that touches it. So, like if you had a little child that was learning how to walk for the first time and they stumbled and fell, you wouldn't like make fun of them or chastise them or be cross with them. You'd be like, oh my gosh, they're trying to do this. Well, the divine feels that way about you, because we are like little tiny children. According to the eons and eons that they have been aware and alive, we have been as well. But I mean, as far as us on this earth plane, we're just like a little teeny little dot of being here on this earth plane compared to what we were eternally. So of course we're not going to have it all mastered. It's really okay. The other thing is, as I was visiting with a friend this week, and she kept saying to me over and over and over again, oh my gosh, I lived in a certain area with her, and she goes, oh my gosh, the people were so envious of you. They were so jealous and so envious of you. They just totally didn't understand where you were coming from, and you had such a vast amount of wealth in your life, and amazing things, and I'm just kind of laughing because I'm thinking you can't even take a toothpick with you when you go. So I don't get all whooped up about that. In fact, I pretty much gave everything I had away as far as all these amazing homes and stuff that we had, because I do understand that. And I literally can say, I initially, when I left my home as a teenager, I just had a Rambler, and Studebaker, an old Studebaker, pile my stuff in it and called it good. And I was happy as a clam. I was so happy. I hear clams are pretty happy. Because I was able to finally live my life and not be under this crushing situation of the household that I was being raised in, that was so incredibly unhealthy for anybody to really grow and flourish in. So, not putting my parents down, they had their own issues going on, and I'm not going to diverge into that. But the fact of the matter is, and even here recently when I was creating with some other people, this one individual was saying, I've been so envious of you. And there's a reason why we're told do not envy. Do not be jealous and do not be envy, because it is a total distraction away from how amazing you are. How really wonderful, perfectly created for your life mission you truly are. And there's no doubt about it. I have to say, I have never felt envious or jealous of other people. I just don't feel that way, because I know the secret. This secret is that everyone is an example for us in our lives. And if we value, or we think, oh wow, that's pretty wonderful, I mean, I really like that situation that these people have created, I'm so happy for them. I really am immensely happy for any growth, any expansion, any knowledge, any like new baby doll that they have, any fabulous home or vehicle or any of those things. I'm really happy for them if that's what they desire. And I recognize that they are an example of what the divine is prepared to provide me. And so why would I be jealous? They are giving me great ideas for my personal expansion. And whether I'd like to have it or not, that's totally in my queue. However, I have learned, after having lots of homes and cars at the same time, that also requires responsibility, more and more and more responsibility for taking care of it and maintaining it and many other things. So I practically gave everything we had away. I live very simply, and yes, we're breaking ground on Monday to actually build some wonderful places up in the mountains. But we have a place that we can stay that is a shelter that's out of the weather, and I've been fine in this wonderful little nest up there for 6 years, and it's fine because it gave me the freedom to do other things and to make all these videos and to do all these building projects and stuff, and to go visit with people and to have time to train with people and enjoy them and savor my brothers and sisters. I have an immense love for my fellow beings here. Immense. I have an immense love. And that love includes you as well. And it is such a joy. I mean, people would say, my gosh, you're always smiling and you're always so happy in it. But I have to tell you, it is such a joy being with you. Just the honor of being in your presence and enjoying you is such an uplift for me. And that in itself creates a situation where I see you as my gift, my brother or my sister as my gift. And those that train with me know that I love them. And as long as we play nice in the sand pile, if they start doing things that are showing me that they're lacking integrity or honor and whatnot, and that their meaning for what they are doing is less than uplifting, mutually uplifting, then I cannot create with that. I will not create with that, because I'm not going to do anything that will encourage someone to think that that's all right to go in that direction. And so I'll pull the plug on it right away. If it's mutually uplifting, I am all over it. yeah, I'll go the extra mile, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 1,000. But as soon as it starts to start turning maybe in a direction that will not be mutually uplifting and good for that person, I cannot participate in that, because I'm sending them the wrong message that that is acceptable behavior. Because I'm never going to take advantage of another person. It's not worth it. It just isn't worth it. So I'm sending out these videos. I hope that they're going to be encouraging for you in whatever you desire to do. I know every day I listen to uplifting information. And that information might be the videos that I've made because it comes through the divine. You know, as I say, I'm not the one who is downloading this information through my body. They are. And so it is as encouraging for me as it is for anybody else. And that's why I'm making so many of them, because some days, to turn that ship around, to have it go the direction you'd like it to be, it might require some real focus so that you can turn the page on what maybe is displeasing for you and turn to where you would like instead, or turn the tide, or turn to a different road to go down that's a more pleasing, pleasant experience, a smoother road to go on. And I know that Dr. Gregory Petersburg, who works with longevity, had done an intake on me and from my history, and he was looking at this and he said, oh my gosh, from the things that I had gone through, he said, you have taken your life, because people will say, what is it about you? Is it genetics? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? It's my connection to the divine that created worlds without end. It's my connection to living gods. You have that connection as well. Whether you recognize it or not, you definitely do. And he looked at me, he says, you should have died a long, long time ago. But you deliberately turned your life 180 degrees and headed in the opposite direction. So, and that means with everything. Because your emotions, your feelings, your memories, they definitely affect your physical body to tank or to be able to do well. They affect your sleep, your digestion, everything. And so that's why these videos that I'm sending you, these recordings that I'm sending out into the world, covers all those aspects. And I'm still recording more. I just did 6 yesterday. So I'm still recording more and more and more, because they're always giving me more information and more experiences. And the majority of these things are done with stories, of real life stories that have happened to me and other people. The majority of them have happened to me, and they're also documented as well. And so I hope you enjoy them. Feel free to reach out to me if I can ever be of more personal support for you. My phone number's all over the place. It's in the bottom of these videos. If you look for information, my ways of being able to contact me is available. So I am, but I'm not answering a bunch of emails. That won't happen. I will read through them though, and I'll also include them in the videos that I'm making, so that, because what's happening is a lot of people are asking for the same thing. So I'll take that and address it in future videos for you to be able to have, and that way you can go back and look at them. I always encourage people to record whenever I'm training them personally, but now a lot of these things are pre-recorded for you, so that if I'm speaking too quickly, because they say sometimes I speak too quickly, the reason for that is when they download, that's coming so fast through my body, I'm trying to get it through and get it out before they moved on to other topics. And so I don't usually put the brakes on the divine. Not always a good thing. So I let them just speak as quickly as they'd like to. But you can always stop, go back, pull off the details, and go forward again. Okay? So don't. I know it can sometimes feel like Macy, Pharaoh. It can sometimes feel like a cannon goes off. That's what I tell people when they come through my body. So, hey. If you find this uplifting and encouraging, share it with others, this information. And It might be just what they're looking for, and consider subscribing below. Take care. Bye.